We're working to connect a region of over 600 cultural bridges between our lands.
Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Jyoti Mera delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region on today's headlines. No Filipino was hurt as Hurricane Dorian continues to pummel the Bahamas, triggering massive flooding in the Caribbean country over the past few hours, the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. reported. Sri Lanka will request the extradition of an ex-central bank chief in relation to a $74 million insider trading scam. The Attorney General said Monday, months after Colombo accused Singapore of sheltering him. And EBC Films Guerrero was recently awarded the Best Foreign Feature at the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Awards. No Filipino was hurt as Hurricane Dorian continues to pummel the Bahamas, triggering massive flooding in the Caribbean country over the past few hours, the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. reported. The embassy said in a statement that as of September 2, 2019, the leaders of the Filipino communities in the Bahamas have reported that the Filipinos in Dorian-hit Abaco and Grand Bahama are safe. Majority of the 2,000 members of the Filipino community in the Bahamas are residing in Nassau. According to reports, at least 5 were confirmed dead as the storm continued its assault on the islands. In an advisory, the U.S. National Hurricane Center urged the residents on Grand Bahama Island to remain in a shelter as they are currently experiencing the eye wall of Dorian. The extremely dangerous Dorian remains stationary, said the NHC, producing strong wind gusts and storm surge reaching 12 to 18 feet above normal tide with higher destructive waves. As Dorian makes its way to the southeastern coast of the United States, the embassy also issued an advisory to the Filipino community in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas to follow directions from local authorities and take all necessary precautions. And I quote, the Filipino community in Miami, together with the Office of the Philippine Honorary Consul Henry Howard, has made preparations to help community members deal with the effects of the storm, it said. Filipinos who need assistance from the embassy are urged to immediately call 202-368-2767 or 202-769-8049. In the Philippines, Malacanang shrugged off the remark made by self-exiled Communist Party of the Philippines or CPP founding chair Jose Maria Sison that President Rodrigo Duterte's erasing the arbitral ruling before Chinese President Xi Jinping was a purposeless exercise. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo said the palace would rather prioritize more important matters rather than respond to another errant raving and incorrigible ranting from Sison. The Duterte presidency is engrossed in its constitutional duty of serving and protecting the Filipino people. There is no time to waste in responding to the latest anti-Duterte statement of Jose Maria Sison, other than saying that it is another errant raving and incorrigible ranting coming from an aging armchair passe rebel whose illusory vision has outsprinted the ticking hands of time, Panelo said in a statement on Monday. Earlier, Panelo Baer Duterte invoked the 2016 Permanent Court of Arbitration or PCA ruling, rejecting China's claims on the West Philippine Sea, but Chinese President Xi Jinping was firm on his stand not to recognize it. Panelo said despite Xi's refusal to recognize the arbitral ruling, the Chinese leader vowed to avoid provocative acts in the disputed sea. Duterte and Xi also agreed to fast-track negotiations for the completion of the Code of Conduct or COC in the South China Sea. In a statement, Sison said Duterte had once again surrendered sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea in exchange for China's ostentatious imperial reception. Sison also claimed that Duterte's cabinet also entered into various lopsided agreements with China. The communist leader also criticized the $3.5 billion loan which involved the construction of the Manila-Bicol Railway system, and the agreement, which will give China an increased role in Philippine customs. In other news, Sri Lanka will request the extradition of an ex-central bank chief in relation to a $74 million insider trading scam. The Attorney General said Monday, months after Colombo accused Singapore of sheltering him. Arjuna Mahendran, a Singapore national of Sri Lankan origin, was accused in 2015 of passing sensitive information to his bond dealer son-in-law to make millions in undue profits. And I quote, "Documents amounting to 21,000 pages were submitted to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Defense to be lodged with Singapore." The Attorney General spokeswoman Mishara Jayaratne said. She said Mahendran had been indicted in June for causing losses of more than $11 million to the state. Mahendran and his son-in-law are accused of manipulating bond auctions in 2015 and 2016. He was named a key suspect in the scam in February last year and fled abroad, failing to appear in court to respond to charges. A damning presidential report into the scandal also accused Mahendran of insider trading and recommended the state recover its losses from the pair. The country's central bank has launched a forensic audit to determine whether there was further insider trading during Mahendran's tenure between January 2015 and June 2016. Mahendran is believed to be in Singapore, and in March, Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena accused the island state's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong of sheltering him. But Singapore insisted that Colombo's request to send back Mahendran was incomplete. Sri Lanka's chief prosecutor said authorities had by Monday completed the legal requirements to formally lodge an extradition request with Singapore. The allegations deepened acrimony between Sirisena and his coalition partner Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who handpicked Mahendran to head the central bank. Meanwhile, the United States and 10 Southeast Asian countries kicked off maritime drills on Monday as part of a joint exercise extending into the flashpoint South China Sea with 8 warships, 4 aircraft, and more than 1,000 personnel. The first ASEAN-US maritime exercise, or the AUMX, between the regional bloc and Washington will last for 5 days, starting at the Satahip Naval Base in Thailand and ending in Singapore. The drills come at a time of step-up U.S. engagement in the region and tensions between Beijing and Southeast Asian nations over the South China Sea, parts of which are claimed by ASEAN members Brunei, Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. Co-led by the U.S. and Royal Thai Navies, the exercises will stretch into international waters in Southeast Asia, including the Gulf of Thailand and South China Sea, before concluding in Singapore, according to a statement from the U.S. Embassy in Bangkok. The joint drills have come under criticism for looping in Myanmar's Navy in a rare show of inclusion despite Washington imposing sanctions on the nation's top army brass over the Rohingya crisis. All 10 members of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations will take part in the exercises, which include the boarding of target vessels to simulate search and seizure. They are unfolding as a Chinese survey ship remains in waters claimed by Vietnam, prompting the Pentagon last week to accuse Beijing of efforts to violate the rules-based international order throughout the Indo-Pacific. China claims the majority of the South China Sea, often invoking its so-called nine-dash line as a supposed historical justification to the waters, which are a key global shipping route.
I am Leo Aquino, EBC correspondent from Vancouver, Canada, and I am standing here in front of the Olympic Cauldron located in the downtown Vancouver. Did you know that the 2010 Winter Olympic was hosted in Vancouver? Make sure to tune in to Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I am Lou Aquino, and I'm 1 for 25.
Landmarks, Linggo, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi.
Welcome back. ASEAN welcomed Robert Matthews Michael-Tin as the new Deputy Secretary General or DSG of ASEAN for Community and Corporate Affairs. Tin will serve a 3-year term from 2019 to 2022. DSG Tin will support the Secretary General of ASEAN in providing strategic direction and guidance on community and corporate affairs, legal services and agreement, and program cooperation and project management. He will oversee the implementation of administration and general affairs, finance and budget, human resources, information technology, information resource and management, public outreach stakeholders engagements, protocol and formalities, legal affairs and program cooperation and project management, among others. Prior to assuming the position, DSG Tin served as a senior official at the Directorate General for ASEAN Cooperation at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or MFA of Indonesia. He carries 25 years of experience, serving various roles at the MFA Indonesia. In his last overseas posting, DSG Tin was the Deputy Permanent Representative, Ambassador of the Permanent Mission of Indonesia to the UN and other international organizations in Geneva between 2015 and 2018. He obtained his MA in Public Administration from the National Graduate Institute for Policy Studies in Tokyo, Japan, and gained his BA from Faculty of Economics at the University of Indonesia in Jakarta, Indonesia. As stated in the ASEAN Charter, the Secretary General of ASEAN shall be assisted by 4 Deputy Secretaries General of different nationalities from the Secretary General and shall come from 4 different ASEAN member states. 2 DSGs are nominated by the ASEAN member states on a rotational basis for a non-renewable term of 3 years, while 2 DSGs are openly recruited based on merit for a 3-year term, which may be renewed for another 3 years. DSG Tin is one of the 2 openly recruited DSGs. Meanwhile, the Regional Forum on the Promotion of Sustainable Consumption in ASEAN was held in Manila, the Philippines on 29th to 30th of August to strengthen awareness on the importance of sustainable consumption. At the forum, relevant governmental bodies, businesses, as well as regional and international experts discussed the impact of changing consumer behavior and consumption patterns in driving sustainable consumption, economic and regulatory tools, as well as possible policy reforms needed as ASEAN intensifies its work on sustainable consumption. In her remarks, Ms. Ruth B. Castello, Undersecretary, Consumer Protection Group of the Department of Trade and Industry of the Philippines, highlighted increasing incomes will increase the volume of consumption that will outweigh the improvements in energy and resource efficiencies. She added that the national economic policies are required to ensure that the goods and services reflect environmental costs to stimulate more sustainable consumption and production patterns. On her part, Ms. Rasami Vistavet, chair of the ASEAN Committee on Consumer Protection, explained that the forum served as the second key activity under the overarching project entitled The Promotion of Sustainable Consumption in ASEAN. It aims to support the development and implementation of policies for sustainable consumption, as well as to help empower consumers to be more knowledgeable about their consumption choices. The forum also provided insights for the development of the ASEAN Sustainable Consumption Guidance Toolkit. Further, it explored the possible means to strengthen cooperation in the area of sustainable consumption and looked into the importance of sustainable utilization of natural resources. The forum was hosted by the Department of Trade and Industry of the Philippines and co-organized by the ASEAN Committee on Consumer Protection and the ASEAN Secretariat. It was supported by the Government of Japan through the Japan-ASEAN Integration Fund under the Project Promotion of Sustainable Consumption in ASEAN. In other news, the Philippine boxing legend and politician Manny Pacquiao launches his own cryptocurrency with a concert in Manila. Take a look.
Net 25 is now available on ASEAN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Madikio and today I'm here at the Japanese Gardens in Portland, Oregon. If you want to experience greenery and unique landscaping, as well as peace, tranquility, tune in to EBC Digital Nest. I'm Maria Madikio and I'm 1 with 25.
Welcome back. EBC Films Guerrero was recently awarded the Best of Foreign Feature at the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Awards. Here's Allen Basalahe.
When living in or visiting Hollywood, folks know to keep their eyes peeled for the occasional celebrity sighting or movie premiere. And if you happen to be around Raleigh Studios in the heart of Hollywood, you may also notice that the red carpet's been rolled out. That's because the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Awards is on set, bringing stories of every genre from filmmakers around the globe. Also called LIFA, this film festival is dedicated to discovering and recognizing the outstanding work of filmmakers around the world. And with over 130 trailers and film screenings, this event connects fans of indie films with the people who create them.
There are many festivals, but I think having it in prominent place like the Raleigh Studios, you know, and like right in the heart of Hollywood, I think that's very important. And people have changed their life by being winners in these kind of platforms, and they are appreciated more in their countries, and it actually boosts the energy and the passion for those filmmakers. That's a tough competition, and yeah, the storytelling is just getting better and better. You've seen so many films today, you met with so many people over here. It's all about the drive. You saw hundreds of, we had literally the full house and people from all around the world traveling here.
Access to the red carpet allowed for an up-close and personal mingling with the honorees of the night's event.
Plane Man is an animated short created by Merritt Layton and Ben Stockham about a superhero, a new kind of superhero who doesn't really save people, but saves modes of transportation.
It's about this girl that learns to move on.
This woman who is recently engaged, and she gets in this house where she has some time to think about her engagement, and that makes her think about the fear of commitment that she has since she was a child.
Very first award that I got is from LIFA 3 years back, and that actually gave me the kind of confidence that I really needed to actually make my films on a bigger scale, because more recognition and more awards gives you more confidence, and you know that you're actually being successful as a filmmaker.
When you're just starting out, it is so difficult to try to get any recognition and to see how can I grow as a filmmaker? And if you do get some recognition, then you can start to see other projects and how they have gone, and then you're able to perfect your craft.
You get to dress up, it's fancy, you get to see things that people put hard work into that they really believe in, which is a lot different than you might find at the normal cinema.
It's a real honor to be here in Los Angeles because, of course, Hollywood is the center of the international film industry, and to be able to be here in Hollywood and to get recognition for a documentary film that's being filmed in some of the most remote parts of the Himalayas here, downtown Hollywood, is for us a big honor.
I just hope that everyone remembers the value of art, and even though it might be hard to share and it might be discouraging, don't give up, because everybody needs more art in their lives.
Another notable award went to EBC Films for their movie Guerrero, winning for Best Foreign Feature. What were your thoughts about that film?
It's well made, it's constructed well. That's why it was an award winner, so it goes through a lot of phrases in order to have that recognition. So yeah, it was really well told, I think.
And I know that one of the prevailing themes of it was about perseverance. What do you think about films that try to give that kind of message about perseverance and faith?
Well, I mean, that's one thing that it's needed in this particular time, I think. The time we're living in is where the faith and those values brings much more peace and calm into people's life, I think that's very important.
Accepting on behalf of EBC Films was our very own EBC Los Angeles Bureau.
We would like to thank our Almighty God, Brother Eduardo Manalo, Executive Minister of the Iglesia de Cristo, for his continued support and guidance on this project, and to Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Awards for this great honor. Mabuhay and Pelikulang Filipino. Thank you so much.
Well, so how does it feel to be on the other side of the interview for a change?
It was a bit unreal, walking the red carpet with these talented people and getting to go up on stage with them was a big honor.
And the honor tonight was that Guerrero won for Best Foreign Feature.
Yes, on the surface, people might think this film is about a boxer, but there's so many layers to the story, and we're grateful to LIFA for awarding Guerrero. And now EBC Films has yet another film festival laurel to add to its growing list.
So is this a movie for everyone?
Absolutely. EBC Films not only entertain, but more importantly, they deliver moral and value-based stories. In this case, Guerrero teaches us how to keep going, even when the easiest thing to do is to surrender. And the idea of faith and perseverance are themes that will no doubt carry over when the fight goes on in Guerrero Dos, slated to be released later this year.
When you talk about the showbiz industry, getting attention for your work can be a tough climb. And that's why film festivals like LIFA exist, to help storytellers share their artistry with a worldwide audience. In Hollywood, California, Alan Basolyahe, Eagle News, I'm 1 with 25.
And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Judith Yamera, and I'm 1 with 25.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa palatuntunang ito ng Iglesia ni Cristo, ang programang Pasugo. Sa episode po namin ito ay makakapiling ko po si kapatid na Rowiniel Aranzaso sa gagawin po naming pagtalakay.
Salamat po kapatid na Dindo. Sana po ay subaybayan niyo po ang buong panahon ng gagawin nating pagtalakay.
Mga mahal naming taga-subaybay, ang pagkakaroon po ng mga anak at ang pagpapalaki sa mga ito ay bahagi po ng buhay may asawa. Sa harap po ng Panginoon Diyos, ito'y kapwa pribilehiyo at responsibilidad. Kailangang matutuhan po ng mga magulang kung papaano nila maitatatag ang magandang relasyon nila sa kanilang mga anak, sapagkat kung papaano ang anak ay maaaring magdulot ng kaligayahan at karangalan sa mga magulang, gayon din naman, maaari silang maging sanhi ng kalumbayan at kahihiyan sa kanila.
Tama po kayo kapatid na Dindo. At mga ginigiliw po naming taga-subaybay, ang pagkakaroon po ng mabubuting anak ay nasa mga magulang na rin. Ito po ay nakasalalay sa wastong paraan ng pagpapalaki sa mga anak at ang saligang dapat gumabay sa mga magulang sa pagsasagawa po ng pananagutang ito ay ang mga kalooban ng ating Panginoon Diyos na nakasulat po sa Biblia.
Kaya muli, mga kaibigan, ipaglilingkod namin sa inyo sa pamamagitan po ng programang ito